Welcome to Fresh Off the Set. I'm Kari Hawker-Diaz.
And I'm Brooke Mangum, and thank you for listening to another episode. This is going to be extra fun. I feel like we're news ladies here right now.
I know. We have all our papers laid out in front of us. Okay, these stories are, just like funny, random, weird stories.
You don't need this news. This is what I'm going to tell you. This is the news you don't need, but you really want it.
They're all the ones that I like to listen to. Like if someone's saying on the, I'm listening to the TV, it's in the background, and they say, oh, but wait, listen to this weird story. I'm turning and I'm paying attention.
Yep, and that's exactly what we're going to do today. The news you really didn't need, but you absolutely want it. And you're going to share this with somebody else. I guarantee it.
You will. One of these you will. Okay, I'm going to start off with one. Is that okay?
Hit us, Kari.
Here we go. Here's the title. Man fakes kidnapping to extort party money from parents. I'm sure you already love this guy.
Beautiful. Yes.
This is what happened. Vacations are awesome until you run out of money, right? Mm-hmm. That's what apparently happened to Ian Robbie Day, who was on holiday in Thailand, having the time of his life. He kept extending his vacation.
Which mom and dad are paying for, guaranteed, right? This kid doesn't have a job.
By asking his family back in England to keep sending him money. So he's extending
That's
this vacation.
Their fault, number one, right here. They also started this, okay?
Yes, they did. Eventually, the party fun ended. So Day allegedly did the next logical thing. He faked his own kidnapping by convincing friends to pose as masked gangsters and beat him up, quote unquote, with the goal of asking his family for ransom money. So his family saw the photos and obviously notified police. And that's when Day probably realized that he neglected to factor the involvement of the Interpol to his master plan. Yeah. When cops found him, he was said to be in the middle of a 2-day drug binge with 3 other foreigners. They were all arrested and will likely be deported.
You just can't keep a good trust fund kid down, right? He's just going to figure this out. You know what? If you're a parent, I'm a parent, you get this. We love our children.
We do.
But I wonder how much he asked for. And I bet they looked at it and went, that's a little steep for this guy.
The last one was a 10 grand ask. I know. I wish those details were in there because I want to know how much they were sending.
How much did he ask for? How much did he think he was worth?
It was like $100 here and there. Like, okay, mom, I forgot my credit. You're young. Like, here's $100.
No.
Whatever. It was thousands.
Thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he ended up getting arrested.
Well, all is well that ends well. That kid is probably going to some kind of military school currently right now. He's definitely grounded.
Good luck, Ian.
Good luck, Ian. Life is going to be hard, Ian.
Yeah.
I'm just going to let you know right now.
It's going to be tough.
Okay, well, speaking of somebody else's children, this is, I'm just going to let, you're a cat person, Kari.
I am, and okay. I'm a proud cat lady.
Okay, so we've got somebody out there that needs our help. They've got a problem. My husband wants to name our baby after his dead cat.
Oh,
it's weird and disgusting. But wait, there's more.
Oh, no.
Okay, so this is coming in from Reddit. This woman is about 24 weeks along. So we're on the clock here, people. We need to make some decisions about what we're going to name our baby. I know that when I was deciding, you were looking on the internet, you were poring over the books.
It's difficult. It's hard.
It's hard because this is what they're going to be known as for their entire lives, right?
What nicknames can become of it? Do you know anyone that it reminds you of? It's
How
hard.
can they be teased?
Yeah.
Well, Ethan, her husband, said when he found out it was a girl, he went, I've got the best news. I have the perfect name, Zoe. And that's when his wife said, isn't that the name of your dead cat that you had with your ex-girlfriend?
Oh, gosh.
So there's the layer there, Kari. So the biggest thing that she has an issue with is that she doesn't want her child to be named after this cat that he had with his ex that they kept after they broke up and they did joint custody.
Oh, it was that.
This is a little messy, right? So I think I'm going to have to agree with our friend here. You can't name your kid after your ex's dead cat.
I do like the name, however. Zoe's a cute name.
I have a niece named Zoe. It's a great name. But you can't.
She knows too much, though.
I don't think you can name children after known animals. Because have you ever had this? I've had this happen for me with River, my son. Said, yeah, my son's name is River. And then they say, my grandpa had a dog named River. And you're like, great.
I know.
Thanks for telling me that you've got a dog named after my kid. Thank you.
Yeah, people like to tell you stories. Oh, yeah, that was my cat's name. Yeah, well, I'm siding with her. I think, dude, let's not name it after your dead cat that you had with your ex.
Yeah, and also, I don't know. I think this relationship seems troubled.
And I am a cat lady, but we can be crazy. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Cat ladies can be crazy. So there you go, cat people. Okay, Speaking of cats, Cat Lady Couture. Did you know this is the latest fashion trend, Brooke?
Oh, no.
It's coming for you. So it's officially the season of kitty couture as female celebs flood the internet with themselves posing with their fluffy kittens. So Taylor Swift.
That's the Times magazine. She started this,
She
didn't
did.
she?
Sarah Jessica Parker, Kim Kardashian have all jumped on the trend with the hashtag Cat Lady, now taking over TikTok. So move over, big dogs. It's cats' time to shine.
You know what? What would really impress me is if somebody picked up their Great Dane and put him on their shoulders and took the pictures. I think that's what we need to
Yeah,
really
why are
get
we not doing that?
Because your cat, like what, like 12 pounds?
Yeah.
Yeah, you pick up like a Mastiff and let's talk and post that on social media.
That's going to be a little different.
Little strange, but you know what? Animals are great. Maybe we just don't need to pose. Yeah, whatever. But at least they're wearing clothes, Carrie.
Oh, gosh.
Because this guy in Florida decided to walk around the airport naked. Yes. A man is in custody after he apparently decided to bear it all at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport.
Hey, it's going to make security a lot quicker.
Yeah, it's right. Because you do got to take off your shoes. You just got carried away. He was just trying to be cautious. I understand.
It's been kind.
This only happens in Florida for sure. But the man allegedly walked out of his car naked right into the airport, and he went straight for the TSA checkpoint. He breached the checkpoint, and then he was arrested afterwards. And I thought, how did he get through the checkpoint? And then I thought, Carrie, have you ever tried to tackle a random naked man that you don't know?
I haven't yet.
No, me neither. I think everybody was probably looking at you like, you're going to got it?
You got this one who's taking one for the team.
You got this guy? Because I don't want to grab this guy.
What do you grab? You got to be careful.
You've got to be very careful, Carrie. That's it. So he did. He made it. He is now safely in jail. He has been arrested for exposing himself, disorderly intoxication, and resisting arrest.
Oh, my goodness. Was this Ian Robbie from our first story trying to run away from the cops?
That's a good question. It's all coming together now.
All coming together. Oh, well, maybe they were a little strange when they were kids. I don't know.
That guy? Yeah, that guy was very strange when he was a kid, Carrie.
I found this. Okay, these are what people have confessed as adults that they did when they were kids. That they're like, that is so weird. I don't know why I did that.
Uh-huh. Yep, I got some of those.
This person said, there were spiders and mice in my room, which first of all, when I read this, I was like, where are you living? There were spiders and mice in my room, which totally freaked me out. So every night before I went to sleep, I'd whisper a weather report of what the weather was going to be outside to encourage them to go outside rather than stay inside and bite me in my sleep.
Chase Thomason. That's who
Chase.
this is. We found it.
And look where he is now.
And look at that. He's got Emmys, guys.
He's got Emmys. Then another adult said when he was a kid at dinner, I would rub extra butter from my bread onto my legs like moisturizer. The dogs would love it.
Okay.
These are just so weird.
What is these kids?
I would lick my hand as a kid because I liked how it tasted. I realize now how disgusting that is, not to mention all the germs from my grimy kid hands. Makes me shudder just to think about it.
I bet he never gets sick, though.
He probably got all the
he's
bacteria,
fine.
germs, and he's good.
He's doing good.
He had Ebola the other day, and he's great.
He's great.
He's fine. I used to eat mechanical pencil lead, so like the mechanical pencils. Someone said, no idea how I got into that habit, but I think I enjoyed the crunchiness. I did it for a little while, but then when I showed a classmate, she immediately went to the teacher and then called my mom, who scolded me and told me to stop. Goodbye, pencil lead. You will
Shame
be missed.
does wonderful things for childhood, doesn't it?
Yes.
Oh, but the other kid was a narc, though.
It was a narc. Yeah. Okay, there's one last one. Whenever I'd eat graham crackers for a snack, I'd have a glass of water with them. Not to drink, but to dip the crackers in. I don't know why, but a soggy graham cracker seemed like a delicacy and a luxury to me back then.
Yeah, because dipping them in milk.
But not water.
Yeah, I was always like, and I think I still do this because I was like a hair smeller. Like I would like
Were
smell
you?
my hair.
Okay.
I think I still do that. It's a nervous, weird
fine.
kid habit. It's
Fine. You're not eating it.
I'm not. Thank you, Carrie. I feel unburdened. Thank you. I feel better now.
Sure.
Okay. Well, this guy, you know, we've all had days at work where like things just didn't turn out the way I wanted. And I think getting lost driving to a destination is probably one of those things that just like you're rushed, you're hurried, you're feeling bad.
Worst, right? It's the worst. I hate being even to a movie. If I'm not there before the previews, I get like sweaty.
Well, imagine that your job is a bagpiper and you're supposed to play at a funeral.
Oh, that's a big job.
That's a big job. You're sending somebody into the afterlife. You're giving people closure,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this guy, I've got a story. He wrote in a letter. As a bagpiper, I play many gigs. Recently, I was asked by a funeral director to play at the graveside service of a homeless man. He had no friends or family, so the service was supposed to be at a pauper cemetery in the backwoods of Kentucky. He gladly took the job. He's like, I'll be there for you, buddy, right? Well, he's not familiar with the backwoods of Kentucky.
Uh-oh.
He got lost, and being a typical man, thank you for saying this, sir, I did not stop for directions. I finally arrived about an hour late, and I saw the funeral guy. He evidently had left. The hearse was gone. There was nowhere in sight. There were only diggers and crew left. They were eating their lunch. And he's like, what am I supposed to do? We got to do something for this guy, right? So he felt badly. He apologized to the men for being late, and he went to the grave, and he took out his bagpipes. He looked at the lid of the vault, and he's like, I'm going to play for you, buddy. I got this. Amazing Grace, right?
Oh, the best song.
And then he just plays it. He's like, I've never played so hard. The workers wept. I wept. We wept together. And then I packed up my bagpipes. I got in the car. My head was hanging low, but my heart was full. I'd done this for this man that had nothing in the world. As I was opening the car door, I heard one of the workers say, Sweet Mother of Jesus, I've never seen anything like that, and I've been putting septic tanks in for 20 years.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. That wasn't the person that you were thinking it was. It was a septic tank.
I got bad news for you, buddy. You're still lost. You never found it. But you played that septic tank. Beautiful.
I have to applaud the dedication.
Yep.
I have to, and he probably made everyone else right there at that moment very happy.
Very happy. And those workers had a little rosier part of their day. And they work in septic tanks. They needed it. That was it. That was divine intervention.
Thank you,
Kari.
man, who played Amazing Grace for the cemetery. Whoever
tank.
you are. That's amazing.
Beautiful.
Okay, so speaking of death.
Oh, good. Thanks, Kari.
You're welcome. This man almost was licked to death by his pet chihuahua.
I believe that.
It's like a chihuahua, small, tiny, right?
Yeah, uh-huh.
You believe it, though, right?
I believe it. Well, I think he's being dramatic because any man that owns a chihuahua is probably prone to drama. Just saying.
Well, this man, this is what happened to him. So doctors believe, so he's 71. He's from the Canary Islands.
Okay.
He may have caught a rare bug from being licked by his chihuahua. So the man has not been named. We don't know his name. He spent 3 weeks in the hospital and was given an oxygen mask to help him breathe even. It got to that level. What? Eventually, he developed sepsis as a reaction to the infection, which can be deadly.
Yes.
Before seeking help, the patient had suffered days of diarrhea and high fever and all these symptoms.
That's not fun.
He wouldn't go in. So finally, a week later, he got to the hospital. The former smoker had type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and a lung disease. When he arrived, medics rushed him in for an x-ray, which showed dense opacity in his right lung. He was diagnosed with pneumonia, complicated by septic shock, and given an oxygen mask to regulate his breathing. So the man told doctors he hadn't been scratched or bitten by his dog, but blood tests revealed that he had contracted, I don't know how to say this, I'm going to say it really wrong, but here it is.
Do it.
Pasteurella multocida.
Great. Yep, that sounds good.
Which is a bacteria commonly found in dogs' mouths. So according to medics, pneumonia is rarely produced by the bug, but it can trigger infections. Medics said sharing a bed with your dog, letting them lick you and kissing you can be risky behaviors.
Who knew?
Severe cases of pneumonia are often caused by bacteria, however, and are likely to affect people with a weakened immune system who are suffering from other diseases.
Okay.
So he had other issues, but all from his dog just trying to be nice.
I was just thinking, I'm like, where has his dog been?
I know.
Like, how dirty is that?
We know where they go.
Where is that dog and what is he doing? But I'm glad. It sounds like everybody was okay, right?
Yeah,
seems like
he survived.
You got to go in when you start feeling sick. Definitely.
Maybe think twice if you're letting your dog.
And I see, you guys can't see this, but I can see the picture of the Chihuahua, and it makes sense. I'm just gonna let you know.
He's pretty cute.
He's cute.
But
I understand we got the kisses, but it looks like it might be a dumpster fire in that mouth.
We're all thinking. We're all thinking twice.
What did we learn today?
What did we learn?
We learned. So we learned to not name your children after your dead pets, especially if they're from your ex.
Yep.
We learned that Chihuahuas are evil and they're trying to kill you.
And they've got a lot of bacteria in their mouths. We learned how to extort party money.
Yes.
If we need to party a little bit longer.
My parents wouldn't even answer.
No.
They would just be like, keep her. Keep her. All right. She's all right. It's all right.
We learned a lot today, Brooke.
We
We also learned that kitty couture is the new trend.
And the new trend. And don't go to the airport naked. That's it.
What would you do without this podcast?
What would you do? Where would you be?
Where would you be?
Where would you be? French kissing your chihuahua.
Oh, this is maybe more fun for us and everybody else.
Yeah, it is for sure.
All right, everyone.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of Fresh Off the Set. Please rate, review, and subscribe.
Oh, and not this episode. The other ones. The other ones.
We will see you next week. Congrats, you made it to the end. If you want to continue to freshen up your day, you can watch us on Fresh Living every weekday on CBS Channel 2 in Utah at 1 o'clock. You can also watch us on our YouTube channel, KUTV Fresh Living, and follow us on social media. We will see you next week.